In the next 10 minutes, you're going to see things in the golf swing you hadn't even considered were possible. It's going to have you scratching your head, and you might even take to the comments section to share your thoughts. Either way, you're going to be better for it. Let's get into it. If you've watched enough of my content, hand path is a big topic that I talk about in these 3 videos. It has polarized opinion. It has really made people think that actually there might possibly be something in this change of direction. I have talked at huge length about the handle in how it moves forwards, down and around to create a path line that's inside out, an angle of attack that's down, and the opportunity to move the face closed to the path. If you've done that enough, you will know that the hand will move forwards, will work down. The external rotation of the golf club will then square it up. Today, with the use of my ever-growing editing skills, I'm able to bring you some really clear visuals on how the grip makes a very different direction of change that you won't see being taught in the average YouTube channel. You can see an angle of attack down at 6. I just moved the grip forwards, exclusively forwards, and I created a path from the inside at 3.6 with the face closed to path at some point 3. If you are new to my channel, a big warm welcome. I do content like this every other day, at worst every 3 days. We use 4 boxes here on this channel. The angle of attack, that dictates how well you strike the golf ball. The path line from the inside or outside. Positive is from the inside, negative is from the outside. The face angle, whether it points right of the target, left of the target, positive is right, negative is left. And then your face to path value is whether you're going to see the ball bend left, negative value, bend right, positive value. So I'm going to hit some shots here slowly and just show you how my handle track moves. Much different to how you may have perceived. And I'm going to open it up with this purely because I really want to give you a clear difference of opinion to what you may have been doing, and that's trying to drive the grip down here. You will have been trying to drive the grip down, inside out, in an effort to try and get that ball to draw back. And when you do that, you can see the angle of attack is absolute garbage. It's got as much pressure in the golf ball as a bit part player in a Miggins pie shop. So we want that pressure down on the grip. And so the reason why we want that pressure down on the grip, because when we move that pressure down on the grip, it starts to change the direction that club face points in, which gives us that downstrike, which gives us that path line from the inside, which gives us that draw spin. So the change of direction at the top where the grip moves inside, moves forwards and down. The down part is the change that we now see the head and the handle. The crossover point. Can you see that crossover point with where the club handle goes and where the club head goes? So the more you have a chance of pulling it out, actually the more chance you have of working that club head inside out while that club grip is moving to the left, which is a completely different standpoint of moving the handle up, out, to the right, opening the face, bowing the face off, bowing that grip to square the face up, which is utter garbage. So we go in with the handle, that pressure down that I've talked about extensively on these 3 videos. We talk about working the grip down. It allows that club head to swing over the top, which changes that grip direction. which starts to work the pressure down, which gets that angle of attack down, which then starts to feel how that grip pressure down and that club head can start to swing. This handle path that changes the direction of working in, the direction of the grip working out. Grip in, grip out, down and back in again. It's a very different track to anything that you've worked on, anything that you have really thought about, because handle forwards, how could that possibly create inside-out path line? And yes, I hear people say, Stuart, but this is all going on in a heartbeat. Well, you're moving a light end and a heavy end, and we're not talking about moving it as exaggerated as I demonstrate, but it's absolutely where the energy is going. The facilitation of how the right side can now start to move. Because if the grip is going down with the left hand and the right shoulder is moving out, look where the club face is pointing. This, my friends, is the journey to completing the game. This is the journey that is going to take you from your weekend chopper, from your weekend lunatic, working down at the range tirelessly, spending oodles of cash on lessons, that is getting you nowhere. Yet, this little pro in the south of England, in Surrey at Precision Golf, giving you the insights into something you've never heard of. And quite frankly, I'm proud of it. Quite frankly, you should be really excited, because this is going to change your game like never before. Once you start to recognize the grip pressure down stands the shaft up, the track of the handle changes the shaft pitch, the pressure on the grip lines the face up, which allows you to get through the ball and feel more circular than you've ever felt before, and hit golf shots that's going to make your grandchildren proud. Not only your grandchildren, your great-great-great-grandchildren, and Mrs. Miggins's grandchildren. So let's take that grip back. Let's work the grip forwards. Let's push that grip down against the left leg. And let's really start ripping it. Start firing the ball at the flagstick like you've never done before. And hopefully, just hopefully, I've now proved to you that this grip does move forwards. It does make the path work from the inside. And if you ever get yourself down the range and you see someone with their back to target start pumping the club down and swinging it out to the right, are you tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves? Head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves tried and trusted by elite amateurs and tour players alike. Enter my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed. Just go and tap them on the shoulder. Send them over to Good Golf Coaching and send them this link to this video, because it will change their life just like it's changed yours. Thank you so much for being with me. That, my friends, you know it, is good coaching.